In the last few months, the world was gripped by COVID-19. As for those who are affected, we must really weep with those who weep. We must pray for God's mercy and healing on those who are afflicted. On a separate note, but still on the COVID-19 issue, it is my prayer that as believers, we need to navigate through these tough times with wisdom and discernment. Well, I came across a video on Joseph Prince claiming on YouTube that he prophesied the occurrence of COVID-19 in 2018. I'm Reverend George Ong from Singapore, and let us take a look at what Joseph Prince had said in the video.
Now, where we are at, I'm so glad because the year has been thrust on us with this crisis of this virus, but God is always ahead of the devil. In fact, 2 years ago in one of my messages, something when I preach is in the spirit of prophecy. I'll prophesy about the future. And you know this virus thing happened towards the end of last year, which is still 2019. That's why they call it COVID-19. All right, but in 2018, I sort of prophesied, and I talk about a new strain of virus coming. Sit back, watch. Amen. So obviously God has done something in the spirit world. God has released a healing anointing, a new strain, if you would, of healing. They'll perform such things that, such feats that we have never seen before. The devil is afraid and he's playing catch up. He's trying to create a new strain of virus that are like Ebola and other kinds of strains of flu that is virulent against medical treatment and all that. But just let you know that we are in the best of generations. The rapture can happen anytime. We're in a generation that believes that we don't have to depend on the ways of the world. We are that generation that delights in God's word. That's why you are here. You are here because you delight in God's word. You delight in God's word. That's why you are here. Amen?
Now, did Joseph Prince really prophesy such an occurrence? I'm afraid not. The so-called prophecy that Joseph Prince claimed to have made was not set in the context of another virus that would take place in the future. His so-called prophecy was made in the context of the Ebola virus in 2018, when he preached the sermon the same year. And you need to view what Joseph Prince didn't show you in the same video in his sermon preached on 19th of August 2018.
If there's a new Ebola virus, which is happening right now, being released, another strain kind of thing, you know there's a new wave of healing that God is releasing.
Now, this is what Joseph Prince didn't show you in the video on YouTube. That is the context to his so-called prophecy. What is the context to his prophecy? The new Ebola virus, but set when? 2018. And the new wave of healing set when? 2018. It is not set in the context of any future virus.
And the devil is always playing catch up. But the things the devil does is more visible, and people tend to put attention on what is visible. But the people of God know that the invisible is greater, because the invisible is eternal. Whatever is visible is only temporal.
From here on, this is what Joseph Prince has shown you in the video on YouTube.
And so obviously God has done something in the spirit world. God has released a healing anointing, a new strain, if you would, of healing. They'll perform such things that such feats that we have never seen before. The devil is afraid and he's playing catch up. He's trying to create a new strain of virus that are like Ebola and other kinds of strains of flu that is virulent against medical treatment and all that.
It is clear that what Joseph Prince said in purple, which he has shown you in the video on YouTube, is said in the context of what he said in blue, which he didn't show you in the video on YouTube. So what is the context? The context of his so-called prophecy is set in the past of the Ebola virus in 2018 and not in the context of another virus that would take place in the future. Well, it doesn't help for some people to quickly rush to the defense of Joseph Prince and reason that the prophecy made by Joseph Prince is given in part as it is in 1 Corinthians 39. Because the truth of his so-called prophecy is set entirely in the past in 2018. Ebola virus, not the future. I mean, it's not even a prophecy in part to begin with. That's not even a part of the prophecy to speak about. And for Joseph Prince to claim that he has prophesied an event when it cannot be proven to be so is certainly a grave thing for him to do. Now, if you want the full details, you could buy the sermon video entitled Draw the Bloodline of Protection by Joseph Prince, like what I did. I bought it, and you can buy it too and analyze it for yourself. I do hope New Creation Church will continue to sell the video for those who wish to investigate the issue. Now, last but not least, am I against prophecy? Of course not. I mean, why should I? Because Jesus had already prophesied in Luke 21:11 that in the last days pestilences will take place. But one must also remember that Jesus had also prophesied in Matthew 24:11 that in the last days there will come many false prophets who will deceive the people. So while there are true prophets, I know, but you must remember there are also many false prophets milling around who are out to deceive the people. Jesus himself had warned us not to be deceived by wolves who come in sheepskin. In other words, false prophets operate inside the church, not outside the church. For further details, please visit my website www.reverendgeorgeong.com, which contains 4,800 pages of notes, and they are all free for download to read at your leisure. Now, my final point is this, that this video is guaranteed, and I say guaranteed, to draw a massive amount of criticisms. But that's not going to stop me from speaking the tough truth. One must bear in mind that according to Jesus in Matthew 7:13-14, that the vast majority could well be wrong, while the few, the minority, the remnant, could well be right.